Good afternoon, RatRodBikes. It's day 3 here in the back 40, and we had a rainy day yesterday. Just, I got to open up every video with a forecast and a past history of the weather. But today it's glorious again. We're back. Our old saying in Minnesota is, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. And that's been so true this week. And day 3 at the back 40 means what? It means that old Odd Job has just completed his first test ride. It's true. It's true. It's true. This thing is just coming together. It's almost emotional. It's just coming together. Let me run down a few of the things. So last night I get the text that my wheels are in. My wheels came in. And a couple days ago I got a cog, thanks to Ed, Mazda Flyer, for his recommendation on the Itchy bikes out of Des Moines, Iowa. They have skip tooth cogs. So my wheels came in last night at the bike shop, and I got the message about 15 minutes before closing. So I raced in to grab my wheel set. It is, they are from Electra Bike Company. Electra, owned by Trek, has been for, almost 15 years now. Anyway, so it's a single speed coaster brake wheel off of their model Loft 1. So anyway, there's the cog. This cog is 11 tooth. The original wheel set had a 10 tooth, which is good because this is a monstrous chain ring in the front. Equates out to about a 52, I believe, or 54 on road bike standards. And then I had these cool 700 by 40 centimeter tires. They are the here's the beauty of the track stand. They are the we call it IRC Mythos CX Slick. So it's a 700 by 42. So what it is it's an off-roadish kind of tire. The front wheel we'll get a better look at, with a very rideable what we call interrupted center stripe down the middle. So they roll great on pavement, but you get traction on the sides. I just love the tractor-like look that they give off. I will black out those IRC Mythos logos and dust up the tires a little bit. They're going to look great. So this morning I was able to break out the stem. This is not the original stem and bar. The stem bolt had a wedge that was fastened to the actual outside part of the bolt. The wedge was forced up underneath with a plug, and as I was wrapping it from underneath, that little flange part that spreads out to grab a hold of the sides of the steer tube broke off. And as I mentioned before, the bar or the stem was crooked. It was compressed and not straight and all that kind of stuff. So these are much better. I will ratify these bars to my ratisfaction. They will look like they came on the bike originally. And they're really just begging. Ian, if it's free, it's for me. Ian, they're begging for a pair of your ball end grips. I just can't decide what color I want yet. So I got the rack off. The rack was the first thing I took off the other evening. I think it was Monday night. I was at my mom's She's 91. I was down there helping her with health needs. It's about a 100-mile drive, so I stayed all day and got back at night. Had to do something, so I took the rack bolt off from behind the seat. And I kind of like it without the rack. Anyway, speaking of the seat, on day one, my video, it showed that I was able to get that bolt loose, which I was able to do. And as you can see, all the rust PB blaster I had been shooting down for a couple days, I was able to wrap it and get it up. Probably, I'd say there's probably almost an inch-ish, at least, of goo there, which was all inside the tube when I started this morning. Flipped the 7-seat post around, and I have a very comfortable riding compartment here for my 6'1" frame. The seat height to pedal height is 32.5 inches. Couldn't be better. It's just about identical to 3 or 4 other cruisers I have inside the back 40. I went for a ride on it over to my favorite park this morning. This thing rolls great. The larger diameter tires, it rolls right along. I mean, it's just, it's a dream. It's a dream to ride. I'm going to be very pleased with this. Also, acknowledgement to the Renaissance man. Jim, you were exactly right. I must keep the patina. It kind of has an old farm truck, delivery truck look to it. And I got a couple more ideas coming down the pike to accentuate that. But thanks for the motivation to not take off too much. I'm going to seal this with something. I'd probably remove a little bit more surface rust to get a little of that red color out. And then I'm going to seal it off with some kind of a finish. And I'm open to ideas. If anybody has a good finish that would kind of bring out some luster on this guy without making it too glossy looking. Anyway, this is about as excited as a 68-year-old man can get. Time to sign off from the back 40. Odd job. I hope you're having as good a day as I am. All right. Right on.